Hello there, I'm Dave and welcome to my workshop. Now in this episode it's all about getting the woods prepared for the great guitar build-off guitar 2022. I've got to get these tops and backs thicknessed, and then I need to leave them to settle. I need to get the wood cut for the neck, all of this wood here, get ready to make the laminate neck, and well, let's see if I can get the neck started in this episode. A lot to get done, let's get going. Whew. Not sure how we're going to do this. Now I've got to the minimum thickness that the thicknesser will deal with, and that's 6mm, and I need to go a little bit thinner than that, so I've had to make myself a little jig here. So what I've done, I've screwed a piece of oak on this board, this Conti board. It's very sort of very flat. I've screwed it down, the screws are countersunk, and that is 4mm, so I don't want to go any smaller than 4mm, and basically this then just pushes up against there and pushes it through the machine. So I'm going to carry on. Okay, I've taken them down to 4.5mm, and I think that's going to be okay. I had some issues with last year's guitar in that I didn't get them all absolutely the same thickness, but using this new jig, that's worked a treat, so hopefully I can do the sides using that as well. Excellent, so I'm just going to put these to one side and leave them to rest. They're going to need to be sanded to get some of the marks out from the blade. I have sharpened the blades, but they're getting a little bit old. But no, that looks reasonably good. I have to say, this is where the homemade cyclone does pay off. Now, for the neck, I'm going to sandwich a piece of maple between two thin pieces of Ancol, between two thicker pieces of cherry. So I need now to prepare all of that. So first thing I'll do is cut 2 strips of the cherry. I think I want this a little bit thinner, this maple, so I shall cut that in half, I believe, and I need 2 strips from this. Okay, I've thicknessed all the pieces. The Van Col is about 2mm. This central piece is just about 13mm, and the outside pieces of cherry are just under 30mm. So I'm going to sandwich the whole lot together, glue it all up, and then let it settle. Okay, get some glue. Okay, well that's all clamped up. I'm going to put this to one side to cure. Now I think it's time for a cup of tea. Okay, so had a cup of tea. Now then I need to cut the wood for the sides, and well, it's going to be 45mm deep, the side, so I'll cut a strip a bit wider, and then create some thin sort of veneers from that. I think I'll cut these strips to 5mm thick, and then just run them through the thicknesser to get them down probably to about 3mm, because I've got to bend them obviously, so I don't want them too thick. I think I'll also take an opportunity to cut some wood for the kerfing as well. Okay, well, I've had a bit of a sawdust fest there, I think you might call it. Made a lot of sawdust. Right, so what have I done? I've cut a couple of strips, and I'm hoping that one of these is going to be okay for the headstock. I think that bit's going to be okay. It looks like there's a split in the wood, which I think I can just avoid if I put the headstock there. So anyway, I've got 2 pieces of that. I've got 4 pieces for the sides, which have been thicknessed down to just over 3mm. I've got quite a number of pieces which are just ideal to create the kerfing from, so I'll need to get on with that in a minute. And I've got some thinner veneers of the cherry and of oak, which I'm going to use to create the struts, the laminated struts inside the guitar. So I think I'm going to see if I can do this headstock next. So you can see there's this split in the wood there, but I don't know, I think I can avoid that. Let's try. Okay. Okay, I've got the headstock rough shaped. Apologise if you miss me sawing that out. The card was full. Never mind. Anyway, that's done. So I'll put that to one side. I think I'm going to have a go at making some kerfing. Let's get the jig on the chop saw. Now I've actually put a new blade in this chop saw, which is a coarser blade than the one I had before. This has gone a bit blunt because I used it on laminating flooring, but I think I'm going to have to put this one back. Cut the kerfing. So I've switched it all off. Let's get it off. Now the principle of this is quite simple. The jig has got a slot in it that allows the blade to go into the slot. What I need to do is set the depth, and I'm going to do that with this previous kerfing that I made. So let's get that depth stop sorted, if I can find it. I'll do some test cuts. I tell you what, this blade is really knackered, and that's just burning the wood. So I'm going to have to go back to the new blade and just hope that it's okay. Take two. Test cut with the new blade. Okay, now before I go any further, I've done a couple of things wrong. The first thing is that the kerfing jig that I've got on there is a little bit too high, and it doesn't fit into the notches there, and I've got another one which I've just put onto the chop saw there. The other thing is I like to taper the top edge of the kerfing, and last time I found it's a lot easier to do that on the bare wood before you actually cut the slots. Well, I've got a little ant crawling over the table. Anyway, so what I'm going to do is just plane a little chamfer into the top of all of these pieces before I actually cut the slots. Okay, I need to cut this rather strange shape out of this block of cherry, and also I need to cut a block that shape. Not worried about the bit in the middle, just the front and the back there. So try and make my life a little bit easier here. It looks all right. Okay, that's that one, and I'll cut this out of the end there. Look at the template moves, is it? Okay. Well, it's been a day of machining today, but I've got a lot of bits done. I've got the kerfing cut. I've got the sides of the guitar all ready. I've got the top and the back, the headstock and the block for the neck joint. And I've got the neck gluing. So yeah, got quite a bit done. I think I'm going to call it a day today. Don't forget, I've got our scoring challenge, which is a challenge to compose some music to a short film that I've put out there. All the details are on my website, footstepsguitars.co.uk. Don't forget as well, if you've got a guitar you'd like me to feature in my guitar feature, then just send me some details and photos. Contact me again through the contact form on the website, and I'll get back to you. Wow. In the meantime, stay safe. I'll see you soon.